Hey guys, so apparently this tiny gadget here is completely taking over TikTok. It's done over $1 million in the last 30 days alone, so $1 million a month. And believe it or not, I looked deeper into this rabbit hole and I found that this is a massive market. It's a $1.7 billion market, which is the portable projector market. So we're going to explore this. We're going to dive into exactly why it's taking over TikTok. We're going to look at competitors. We're going to look at some Shopify stores so that you can understand how people are marketing these kinds of products. And also, we're going to look at some sourcing options for even cooler variations of these products. So let's actually get right into it. First and foremost, as you see right here, I'm using calodata.com. Shout out to Calodata. These guys are awesome. And it's a TikTok shop analytics platform. Very cool. One of our clients at Akemi, my agency. Very, very nice. And as you see, they're driving a ton of traffic primarily through creators. Not a surprise here. This is one of the most powerful ways to market your business. But let's actually take a look here at their top video. This one video alone in the last 30 days has driven over $100,000. So let's take a super quick look so that you can see exactly why this video is popping off. This is all it is. I hate to break it to you all, and it's just showing this. I mean, there's some sound here. I don't want to play it because I know it's going to be copyrighted, but basically it's just showing how you can have a really nice projector. Actually, this is kind of selling me. I should I should set this up in my bedroom. I don't have a TV in my bedroom, but this would be kind of fun to use. And yeah, you see on TikTok Shop, these kind of things just go extremely viral because everyone's looking for aesthetic things for their room. And also, so this actually taps into a variety of things. First, like I said, aesthetics. It makes your room aesthetically pleasing. Two, it's entertaining, right? And three, it's much cheaper than a TV. As I just showed you, if we scroll to the top, they're charging about $45 for this. Now, there's tons of competitors, but here's the main brand, Magcubic. This is the brand that's actually popping off on TikTok. If we take a look at the traffic of their Shopify store, we can see that it's fairly consistent, about 184,000 monthly visitors. That's a good amount of visitors. That's probably over $1 million a month on Shopify too. So collectively, they're probably doing about $2 or $3 million per month. Actually, probably more, but we're just going to estimate there. The reason I say probably more is because I have a few stores that are doing about 250,000 a month, let's say, and they only get less than 100,000 visitors. So the ratio of visitors to sales is usually much higher than you think, especially for products with high average order values. But I want to actually break down their Shopify store because although TikTok is an incredible place to market your business, I mean, it really does seem like one of the best places to grow a business these days. I don't think it's the best place to start your business. I think the best place is Shopify still because you control the whole experience. You don't need affiliates. There's just a little bit of, there's less, I guess, what's the word? I'm trying to think. There's less barrier to entry. Anybody could create a Shopify store for literally $1 a month, and it's pretty insane. That's only for 3 months if you use the deal in the description. But that's an incredible deal. So shout out to Shopify for giving us that deal. One thing I will say about this brand is that they do run ads, but they are not taking advantage of the momentum that they're building. And that's why there's other competitors on Shopify that are totally crushing it, like Vision Beam, for example. If we take a look at their traffic distribution on Shopify, they're getting way more visitors to their store, 276,000 in the last month. That's a lot of visitors. That's much more than Magcubic. And I actually looked on the Shopee Lab platform. These guys are pretty much the number one portable projector advertiser on Meta. As you see, if we just look up here, portable projector, we can see all the Meta ads that include those keywords. And the main ones that I'm seeing are just Vision Cube. There's other ones like these guys, Blossom. I'm not really sure what this is about. It's a Canadian store, I guess. And this is an affiliate link, which is kind of interesting. Oh, and then it goes to Amazon. So you discover new things every day here on this channel. But you see right here, Vision Beam, so we can click on this. We can see what this is all about. And this is actually how I found that brand. But let's actually continue here. So like I mentioned, there's a lot of competitors, some charging upwards of $150 for these things, some charging even up to $797 for these things. Samsung, this is what this is. It's honestly very, very similar. I don't know if it would be higher quality or not. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but for this price, I mean, that's pretty insane. That's like the price of a TV. Now, here's another competitor that I found on Google that, has an okay store. It's actually it's not great. It's kind of ugly. It's so easy to make a really nice Shopify store these days. It shocks me that more people don't have better Shopify stores. I mean, even just the free Shopify themes are better than this in my opinion. But that's another one. And then of course, yeah, Mag Cubic is the main one. You can see some Chinese words here. So clearly they don't put a ton of effort into their Shopify store. Although this is a bit cleaner, definitely a lot cleaner. Their images are super nice. I love these images. And they got good reviews. But yeah, they're not really capitalizing on their virality very well. If anybody from the Mag Cubic team is watching, you should totally hit me up. My team can take all your content and run it on Meta and, report every single week, get you great results, scale the business, and, scale with you. That's one of the coolest things about TikTok Shop is that you get so much content that you can test on Meta through it. And that's kind of what Meta requires. Now, here's another interesting one that I found. So this is another variant that I found through my research. And what's really interesting about this one in this particular store is that it's literally what we call up and to the right. Like this is a booming store. And I love finding booming stores because it just shows you that something that they're doing is absolutely killing it. And yeah, they're just completely popping off. They're scaling very quickly. And their price point is about $100. This is a new variant that I haven't really seen before. Funny enough, yeah, like the description is not good, but I guess it's good enough to get conversions. And yeah, they have all kinds of products. So this is more so like a home store. And that's probably also why they're popping off so much. They have a lot of products. So I'm guessing they're running like a Google PMax campaign, shopping campaign. I'm not going to get into too much detail in this video for that, but that's a really solid strategy when you have a large catalog. And I'm guessing that they probably are drop shipping all of this. So let me actually just go look at their shipping policy and we'll see. 48 states, shipping range, transit time 5 to 7 days. So yeah, so total delivery time 6 to 10 days. That's pretty typical when you ship directly from a sourcing agent. Now, here is our partnered sourcing agent, which, by the way, is 100% free. So how you can use it for free, you can make an account on shopify.ai. So I'll just do this, with you. You go shopify.ai, you click Access Dashboard, you make a free account, and then you go to Shopify Sourcing. When you go here, you click on Team Drop, and then it sends you to Team Drop, and you can make a free account with priority support. So you get custom sourcing agents on WhatsApp. And they'll know you came from the Shopify community, so they're going to treat you quite nice. And like I mentioned, this is all free. So you can literally source for free, and they can source it for you and ship it for you. So there's some really, really cool variants on here that I found. So the opportunity is actually quite large. Like I said, the market itself is almost $2 billion a year. And even if you capture, 0.1% of that, that's going to be a $2 million business. And I've been saying this recently because the other day, actually, somebody in our accelerator, which is our one-on-one program within the Shopilab Discord and within the Shopilab platform, it's a one-on-one program for the people that want one-on-one support with me and my team to launch ads, build stores, find products, get 24/7 feedback, etc. Somebody posted a $1.5 million profit month in the community. And that was pretty shocking to me because I haven't done those numbers myself. I mean, someday I'm sure I will, but for now I haven't. So just seeing that was definitely a limiting belief that broke in my mind. Now I'm like, well, sure, yeah, we can reach those numbers, but I don't really think it's about reaching those numbers. To me, it's truly just about having independent income. That's one of the things that I'm going to talk more about. It's kind of a term that I've thought about a lot. I just really believe that having independent income is priceless. So even if it's 10, 20, 30K a month of extra income that's independent to your job, independent to, whatever, it's just priceless. It gives you breathing room, optionality. And to me, that's what this is all about. It's not about making tens of millions of dollars, even though I talk about these massive markets, right? But of course, like I said, you can take it as far as you want. There's people in our community that are taking it to levels that I didn't even really think about, right? $1.5 million profit months is crazy. So that's what's really cool about this industry and e-commerce, and what we're trying to do is it gives you breathing room, but also you can take it as far and as crazy as you want. Now, with some of these products, some of them are quite expensive, so I would probably avoid the bigger ones. I would probably stick to the smaller ones because otherwise it's going to be hard to make it work with your margins. But if they have this one, this is the classic one, right? I mean, this is the one that on TikTok Shop is popping off. It's a very similar variant, and yeah, it's $27, but I would guess the shipping price is going to be probably another like $20 if you ship it directly from China. And the benefit of doing that is that you don't have to order inventory, so your startup costs are virtually zero, and that's such a cool advantage that you get on Shopify. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I think Shopify is a better place than TikTok to start. Not to clown on TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is absolutely unbelievable, but you need inventory. You need a lot of approvals. So on Shopify, you literally just need a store. You can make one with your email, and that's it. But as far as this market goes, I really like it. If I had to give you some advice on like how to launch this, I would tell you to just launch a sort of general store around these kinds of products. So you could add a variety of them. I would launch static ads on Meta, or just try to find some TikTok content if you want to make some edits yourself, or use some of these contents. But of course, you're using other people's content, so you could get that content taken down. So it's always good to also make your own content, which is really easy to do these days with AI. Nano Banana is my preferred choice right now when it comes to making content. Statics. Nano Banana is so good. Maybe I'll make a video around it soon. But also, I do want to encourage you guys to sign up for the Gnode waitlist. So Gnode is basically a creative workflow so you can make all kinds of media. I've never seen anything like it because it's agentic. So you literally just tell it what to do, and it'll just be constantly making you the media that you want. It's pretty crazy. And it uses Nano Banana too, or whatever model you want. I usually put these links in the description of my video so that you get easy access to it. But yeah, that's what I would suggest. Start with statics. Don't get too crazy with it. Look at the competitors, see what they're doing, but don't necessarily copy them. I think Vision Beam is doing an amazing job. I really like their landing page. Although it's a little bit cluttery to me, it definitely does a good job at explaining like the benefits of the product, and just how cool it is. But MagCube these are the guys that are like actually crushing it. So they're keeping it very simple, and they're able to really print with this. I'm sure their margins are pretty bad though, because like I just said, it's kind of expensive to ship. They are importing it to the US, but with tariffs and everything, it's definitely going to be a lot pricier these days, which actually creates a whole bunch of opportunity for you. And yeah, there's people selling these for a lot of money. So, don't be afraid of maybe charging a little bit more to start, just so that you can make more profit from the beginning and then reinvest it into getting things cheaper and cheaper, or more and more branded. I'm just a huge believer, honestly, in a minimum viable product and getting your product out there, getting validation, and then perfecting things over time. I don't believe in launching a perfect business because there's just no such thing. And even with MagCubic, you can see I do this in all my research videos. So basically on smartreply.io, there's a free tool that we can use, which is a comment analysis tool. And I use it for my competitors, but also when I do these research videos, so I can explore what people are complaining about in the comments, but also how well they're replying to comments. And as you see, these guys are only replying to 27% of comments. So that's an easy thing that you can beat almost any of your competitors on, is responding to all comments, all DMs, all emails, all comments, all website chat bots. And that's what Smart Reply actually does. It's an AI support agent. So people don't know about it. That's why I'm telling you about it. It's insane. But we can see, for example, people are saying like, hey, my projector is stuck. Like, I need help. And nobody's giving them the help. Yeah. Some people are very happy with it, though, which is really cool to see. It's a cool product. I'm honestly thinking about, buying it. I have been buying a lot more things on TikTok Shop, which, is kind of crazy to me, but it's just so easy to buy things on TikTok Shop. Like you don't really like add things to your cart as much. Like you just basically tap on the screen, click buy, and then, put your Apple Pay and buy. It's so seamless. And personally, that's actually what I've been trying to do with my Shopify stores too. I'm actually just trying to simplify the buying experience. For example, on some of the new stores, I've been just doing skipping the add to cart and just sending people straight to checkout. Because at the end of the day, they're just impulse buying. So you want to make that process a little bit more seamless and less complicated. At least to me, that makes a lot of sense. And we've been getting really good conversion rates, so it seems to be actually working. Yeah. Last thing, again, these guys are not utilizing their content to the best of their abilities. Actually, they do have some content. So I'm not going to say that they're like not testing content, because they definitely are. But only 12 active ads is pretty crazy for a brand at this level. I would expect this to be at least 100 different active ads at once. There's no reason not to do that, because Meta's machine learning algorithm will show the right ad to the right person at the right time. So, the more ads that you can have in there that are good, the better. Let me know what you think about this. This isn't a new product by any means. I've actually seen this projector for such a long time, but it's still popping off. And that goes to show that product saturation is a little bit of a scam. Like, of course, there's competition in many markets, but at the end of the day, if your product solves a problem, like, this is a huge market, but yet they're only covering $2 million a month of that market, which is actually really good. That's like 20 million a year, let's say, a 20 million a year business in this market. That's like 1% of the market, but that's still just 1% of the market. So product saturation is a real thing, but at the end of the day, you shouldn't let that stop you from launching your business, because your own unique vision is what's going to separate you from the competition. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Follow me for more. And that's about it. Peace out.